I am Bams, and I am your storyteller, and I am joined by my wonderful cast.
And hi, I'm Super Cookie. I am playing Coco. I'm like the coolest 21-year-old ever. I love my life. It's great. I just hang out with my friends and do drugs and stuff. It's pretty cool. I love it. Love being alive.
When last we left off, you had been very clearly fed upon, had this dude drink your blood in the way that, well, vampires do, and then fed you some of his blood, and then told you to do some things. He tells you a few other things that he's going to be back tomorrow night, and that you can't tell anybody or else it won't be good for either of them. He will tell you if somebody asks where you were, just don't tell them the truth. Don't tell them anything about him visiting you. Don't tell them anything about selling the drugs. And he will have more for you to sell for him soon. And he gets up and he straightens himself up and he is making as though he is being prepared to leave.
But I don't want him to go. I really like him. A lot like him. He's so very handsome in his suit. And why am I painting? I thought you wanted to see what it was like when I painted everything, all the windows black.
Sadly, I am very busy and I trust that you will do a good job, and I'll be back to see it tomorrow night. This way I can see the finished product instead of the work in progress. And he'll do that thing where he just kind of brushes your cheek and pushes a little piece of hair back.
Okay, I guess. I guess I'll see you tomorrow night then. Any special time, or do you just want me to wait here all night?
I'll be back early in the evening. I'll have our good friend here, and he'll motion to Ricky, bring some things with him, and then we'll take the next steps in our relationship.
Okay, I'll do a good job. I'll paint something. I'll paint you, maybe.
I'm sure that you will. And with that, he will motion for Ricky, and Ricky will very quickly run up behind him, and the two of them will leave.
Wait, Ricky is leaving me too? What the fuck, man?
They have to go do something. They have to go get some things.
Whatever. It's my best friend. Okay, that's fine.
Fine. He's going with Mr. Kelly. He'll be all right. And then the two of them leave and go out. It's only been maybe a half hour or so that they have been here. Is there anything you want to do?
Well, I still feel really, really good.
Oh, yeah.
So I would probably just get started on painting the windows, but I don't want them to be all black. I mean, dark shades, yeah, but I'm going to actually try and paint paintings on them.
Are you doing it like graffiti style, or are you doing it like nice style?
I think each room would be different. So in my bedroom, obviously graffiti style everywhere. But then those big windows that I have in the living room, I would probably try and make some really dark nighttime nature cityscape.
Just kind of paint the city as you see it through the windows, so it's like you're not even covering anything up. You can still see what would be out there.
Yeah, basically, but just so it's really dark with dark clouds and dark sky and just beautiful.
Well, it's not exactly what Mr. Kelly asked for. You're sure that he will be impressed and happy with you. Do you do anything else that evening, or does painting and more painting consume you?
I think I just let it happen. I let the paint, I let everything just take over because I feel so good. I don't need to, take any of my medicine or anything. So I just keep working.
just making a mess out of yourself and making a little mess out of the room and just losing yourself to the paint. And before long, you notice that the sun is beginning to come up. Worked all the way through the evening.
How does that, make me feel? Sun doesn't bother me, right?
No, sun does not bother you. But it's been a couple of hours, so you're probably just getting normal tired because it would be late, but now it is early.
Yeah, it's too early to really call any of my girls, and I can't tell them about Mr. Kelly anyway, supposedly. So I would probably just pass out.
Just go and crash into your bed and be dead to the world for a little while.
Oh yeah, I'd make sure I cleaned out my brushes, or at least put them in a dirty cup of water and closed up my paints and stuff, and then probably just strip off the paint covered clothes I have, but then just flat in the bed because it's so dark in my room now anyway.
Yeah, it's kind of nice, right? You will awaken some hours later. How long do you think you usually sleep for?
Before, I would always usually sleep pretty late, because we like to stay up most of the night anyway. It's only been really lately since I was hanging out with Carol fucking Jackson that I started to wake up earlier. But yeah, no, I would just sleep in until I felt like it, unless my phone or something interrupted me. I would just stay sleeping.
Sadly, when you do wake up, you reach over and you're like, oh, it's so fucking dark. But then you're reminded of what you did last night. You can see some of the art on the windows. You reach over and you grab your phone and you'll see a couple of text messages from your girlfriends, from Jade. Just like the normal, a hey, what's up? Going through your usual routine, and then when you don't respond to her, she'll get a little like, wow, alright. And then a little JK with a heart face. And then Amira will also just text you that she's thought she saw that guy around, but before she could get a hold of him, he went off and was seemingly gone most of the night. Which is a little unusual, but he's definitely the guy. And she will send you a picture of, while he doesn't look like he's wearing sweatbands and the big hair and the ridiculous outfit from the party, it is very similar to the guy. Probably him.
Looking at the picture, can I tell if it was taken in the mall? Because I've been there. I know what that place looks like.
Yeah, it looks like it's been in the mall, in the food court area. The mall's a whole piece of shit. None of the people in the food court really serve food anyway, but it's still a big empty area that's got chairs and stuff. So people still do hang out there.
I'm going to text Amira back first and be like, Jade is going to love us! Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. We have to hook them up.
She'll respond, sure. Let me find out when he's going to be around, and I'll let you guys know, and we can just happen to come by the mall, and what happens, happens.
Love that for us. XOXO. What are you doing tonight?
Oh, I don't think I really have plans yet. Stan was maybe going to go to the movies or something, but I don't know. We'll see. It's still a little dry down here.
So right now I don't really have probably enough to be sharing, because Amira is going to want some for her and Stan and stuff. That's too much for me already. But I'll just text her back and be like, things might be changing, might be looking up. We might have a waterfall here shortly.
You get a text effect back of just money just flying everywhere. Just kind of making it rain.
Yes. So I just heart react to that little message. And then I want to open up my phone and just text Jade and see what she's up to. Because, she was mad because I was sleeping in. Like, bitch.
She'll respond back. Was like, oh, were you keeping the party going after I left?
No, I definitely was up all night working and painting in the apartment. I'm starving. Do you want to come over and we can order in?
Sure, I guess we could do that. Take me a little while to get there.
All right, well, get your shit together. What are you thinking? I kind of want maybe Thai food. That place down the street, they were really good last time.
Thai's good. You like shirt?
Ha ha ha. Okay, we can do something else. Sushi? You want sushi?
You'll get a couple of those text messages back where it's always like, I don't know, what do you want? I don't know, what do you want? Until you guys finally decide upon food and she begins heading over.
Yeah, and as soon as we decide, I'll do the ordering and try and get the delivery because I don't feel like going out. I just kind of want to sit, maybe straighten up this apartment.
Yeah, you probably also could use, at the very least, trying to get some of the paint off your hands and stuff. Because, it gets everywhere.
Oh, yeah. I could use a shower. Probably.
And as you go about your cleaning up, getting in the shower, something you will notice when you go by the mirror in your bathroom here, there's a little red spot right on the corner of your mouth.
I'll just use my finger and my tongue and kind of like lick it away. Is it paint?
No, it tastes like blood. And you are reminded of what happened last night.
Yeah, what the fuck, man? That was a little much. I'm just gonna take a shower and really brush the hell out of my teeth. Double floss.
And a short while will go by as you shower, get cleaned up, and Jade ends up coming over. She will come into your apartment. Very obviously see the giant bit of art that is done all over your window and just kind of like stand there like, whoa.
Yeah, what do you think?
It's beautiful.
If you get up close, there's like a lot of little details, but you have to be almost like right up on it to see. Like I put a couple people in a couple of the windows, but they're so tiny, and some of them are doing some pretty questionable things in there.
She will go looking for them like a Where's Waldo.
There's a lady exercising naked in one of the windows, but she's only like this big, you know what I mean? And then I have some people in some like romantic situations in there. I have some people like falling out because, they're slumped on the couch because maybe they did too many drugs or whatever. And then there's a couple, if you really look, like there's like a homeless person. Look, there's that head, that head ripped around thing. I tried to artful that, but I mean, it just kind of looks like a dummy or something. Whatever.
No, this is crazy detailed. Was this because of the stuff we did last night? Get a little inspiration?
Yeah, definitely inspired. Yeah, so I saw Ricky, last night. Like he came by and I'm supposed to not tell you anything else, but he didn't hook me up with any more shit. I just gave him his money. It was strange.
Not supposed to tell me anything else.
I fucking know, man. Like, I don't know what's happening, but this whole city has like lost its mind. So I did Crazy Cityscape because that's what was in my head.
Because it's losing its mind.
Yeah, both of us, all of us, everything. This whole city is fucking crazy. Like, everybody up and disappears. Like, dry as a bone. Okay? And then fucking Ricky. Weird, right?
Yeah, he's usually always around.
But I have something else to show you. And I open up my phone and show her that picture of that hot 80s guy.
She's like, is that the guy?
Your new boyfriend? Yes.
Girl. And then you guys will get into a little giggle fit for a moment, because that's what I imagine early 20s druggies do.
Yeah. And like talk about what we're seeing in the picture and all the like crazy things that my friend's probably going to do to him once we get our claws in there.
While you guys are having your giggles and talking about super hot guy, you will get a buzz from the doorman saying that your food is here. Are you coming down, or are they going up?
Yes. Awesome. Can you please send him up? I just can't even today.
He says that it'll be just a minute and he'll be up.
Yeah. So I'd spend, food's coming. So I'm going to clean off the counter a little bit and make some space for when my food comes. And I swear that's the longest 5 minutes of the delivery is when you know it's in the building.
It's in the building, but you're waiting on the elevator or some other dumb shit. Like, A moment or two later, the longest moments, of course, you'll get that knock on your door, and there'll be a gentleman standing there holding the bag, and he's got a receipt in his hand, and he's hanging out. He is a African American man, looks about late 20s, but he's fit. Not like super muscular, but definitely slim, trim. He's done some working out, but not like just how some of those crazy people get.
Is he like a new delivery guy and he's hot too, is basically what you're telling me? Like he is too hot to be a delivery guy, is what I'm hearing.
He is not necessarily too hot to be a delivery guy. He's not like crazy 80s guys hot, right? But he is a guy that's doing Grubhub, DoorDash, something along those lines, and is here with your Grubhub or DoorDash.
Well, I clearly think he's cute. And even though I already paid online, I like, just you can, 1 second, let me find some cash. Cause I already tipped him, but like, I want to give him more money. He's so cute.
He's happy to graciously accept the tip and then leaves you guys to have your lunch.
Jade. I think, first of all, we're going to give him like a 5-star, and I think I'm going to be needing to like order from there way more often because that guy was cute as hell.
She starts questioning you about him a little bit, and then asks what's with all the hotties around here all of a sudden.
I don't know, and I don't care. I'm not complaining at all. Apparently, this is like an up-and-coming fancy neighborhood. Like, this is where all the good people come. But I think I've been stuck in the house for too long. Like, if I'm ready to attack the fucking DoorDash guy.
When you went to leave him his 5 stars, you will see that his name is Calvin.
Calvin. Okay. Whatever. I hope he has a nickname. I don't know about Calvin. Such a like snooty tooty name. He didn't really look snooty. He was just cute.
A little bit of time will go by as you guys have your food. You guys talk about Calvin. You guys talk about hot 80s guy. You guys talk about drugs and Ricky and everything else. Are you trying to go out tonight, or are you just going to wait around for Ricky and Mr. Kelly to arrive?
We're going to medicate because, I still have some and we have to get through like the next couple hours or whatever. But then, yeah, I'm definitely trying to get the fuck out of this house. Like, let's go see if we can figure out where Calvin party's at. We'll go for a walk.
So are you trying to just go out and... Basically what I'm asking is, are you intending to not be here when Mr. Kelly arrives later this evening?
No, I am intending to be there and to be fucked up when he comes in. because we're getting more drugs tonight. And if Jade is still there because she's all fucked up, Jade's still there.
Wonderful, because if you don't ask her to leave, she's still going to be there.
Yeah, so we'll put some music on, get high. We will talk about Carol Jackson. She had asked me to, do some other paintings and stuff around town, right? So Jade is great because I can bounce color concepts and stuff off of her. So I'm going to show her some of the ideas for things that I have and see what her input is on different things. And we'll just kind of talk about that kind of stuff. Maybe go scout some locations or something later on tonight.
Sure. You guys will go on a little bit of a... Do you guys Uber around, or do you just actually walk around and...
Ricky normally fucking drives us around, but maybe, you know what, let me just try and text him anyway, just to see where he's at, see if he wants to go out and be my muscle or whatever tonight like he was before.
So you just text him?
Yeah, scouting locations tonight with Jade. Do you want to come out, drive me around, and I'll pay for you to fly high with me tonight? Winky face.
It'll take a couple of minutes before he responds, and he says, I just woke up. I would need a while, and I would have to be back here and he'll give you a time that is, for narrative purposes, just before sunset. So he would only be available after a half hour or so for an hour or two.
Whatever, I'll take what I can get. Period. Just bring your busted up car over here and pick us up.
He'll respond back with an us question mark.
Me plus Jade equals heart.
Takes him a minute before he responds that he is on his way.
All right, bitch face, I take my little notebook, put it in my backpack, and I'm not really taking any of my spray paints yet because we're just going to scout, put some of my drugs and stuff in there, and then tell Jade, let's get the fuck out of here, back door. And then we'll scoot down out the back way to avoid my door guy.
A short while later, Ricky will pull up. You can definitely tell that he just woke up, but his clothing is a little nicer than what he's usually wearing.
Wait, so no stupid t-shirts that have those cartoon with the tattoos and shit? No guns on the shirt? None of that ridiculousness?
He's looking a little bit more respectable.
Who the fuck are you?
He looks down at himself what?
Where did you get these clothes? I never see you in anything but the same 4 shirts, and they're all not nearly as nice as this one. Who's dressing you?
He looks from you to Jade and then back to you. Seems to push something around in his brain for a second. It's I got a new business partner.
Well, we are just piling in the car as we're having this conversation. So this new business partner, is it me? It's me, right? You're proud of how well I did the other day, aren't you?
Yeah. Yeah, you could say, well, we're partners now. He's kind of side-eyeing Jade. So she'll give him just what the fuck, man? He's look, it's in the beginning stages of our relationship, and it's, we're trying to not go public with it all crazy, right? But,
definitely sounds like a girl. This doesn't sound like a business relationship as much as it sounds like a girlfriend relationship. So stop. We're the only girlfriends you have.
He's obviously trying to reference last night where you met Mr. Kelly, but he's trying very hard to not talk about it because she's here.
I give him the address of a couple places that was given to me, and I have the conversation to him, like what art stuff I'm planning. I tell him he has to see what I did to my apartment, and tell him like when we get to the first place, like we can medicate there. Just kind of do a drive and just like a hard eye roll. Just, every time like asking him, are you okay? Anytime he starts acting a little weird.
He will brush it off. It's like, yeah, no, I'm fine. It's just there's a lot on my mind. And when he gets a moment where Jade is like on her phone talking to somebody or goes to the bathroom or she is medicating, and he'll get your attention in your little private conversation for every phone. It's like, Mr. Kelly's been real nice over the past couple of nights. And, I think he's going to do great things for us.
I hope so, man. I really like the guy, but it was strange, right? You saw all of that. It was just a little strange, but I just want to be around him.
He is pretty awesome. And he checks his watch, which he's probably never worn a watch before, but this one, it's not like super nice, but it's definitely not some piece of junk that just tells time. It's a decent watch, maybe like $100 or so. I gotta be back when he gets up, and it would probably be best if Jade wasn't there when we come over. It could be a little awkward when we get into talking about things. And he kind of rubs at his neck.
I've never hid business from you guys before, but fine, okay?
Look, I'm sure he'll explain things to you more tonight, but we gotta keep it secret to keep him safe.
He seems like he could take care of himself. I don't understand. Keep him safe, but okay. Can you just stop at this one last spot? It's almost on the way home, so I can take a picture of the wall and just see, because I want to go out and do this stuff tonight. So then just drop me at my place.
Yeah, and then I'll be back with Mr. Kelly.
Okay, fine. Do you want me to order any food or anything for us for when you get back? There's this hot ass delivery guy, and wouldn't mind seeing him.
We can just pick up something and have it there.
Okay, I trust you. You've never steered me wrong before, but it's just weird. It's just a little strange, Ricky. And I want to have some time where we can just be together for a little while and for real chat like we used to.
Yeah, as soon as Mr. Kelly finishes his business, we can totally have one of those conversations. But hey, and he'll look up to where Jade is walking back over. She gives you guys a little bit of how convenient that you were talking about something, and then I walk back over and now it stops.
Yeah, I know. Ricky's gotta go, so we're gonna swing around this one last spot, take a picture of the wall, and then I have to go home for a little while. Jade, can you and me meet up later? I have something I have to do.
She's gonna look from you to Ricky and be like, sure.
Don't give me that, okay? It's about moves. We're making moves. Fucking make a come up for us, man.
Sure. It's just, she'll motion to Ricky's outfit. He's got some girl. You got things that you got to do now.
Ew. Don't even put those two together. It just sounds dirty when you say it like that.
Ricky looks at you like, the fuck am I, chopped liver? Oh my god.
And I just give him a little peck on the cheek. Not for me, babe, though.
Shakes his head, looking almost like his normal self. And then you all pile back into the vehicle and head off. Is there anything you want to do in your apartment before they arrive later this evening?
Definitely going to change into my, the black stained up like painting hoodie that I like to wear, and those black pants and stuff, because I want to paint tonight. I'm on a roll. I did such good work last night, and Carol Jackson, like, she is going to set up a career for me if I keep her happy, and I have to do that.
Later on that evening, about a half hour or so after sundown, you will receive a knock upon your door. A very gentlemanly knock.
I'm gonna go look through my people.
It is Ricky and Mr. Kelly.
Let me kind of straighten myself up a little bit and open the door. Hi, guys. I can't wait until you see what I did. Check it out. And walk them in and just kind of do the Vanna White to the big windows in the living room.
And he will take a minute walking from one side to the other, slowly looking at some of the details. He gives the smallest of nods with one of those lips of like, yes.
I've seen art critics before because I am an artist. I'm gonna kind of stand there, do the chew on my fingernails, and just watch him and see if I can tell if he likes it, if he's got any kind of positivity, what parts he hesitates on, if he's seeing these little details or if I need to point them out to him.
He doesn't seem like an art critic person, but he's definitely appreciating the effort that you went in with it.
Anything? Is he, making positive noises like, like, yes, this is good, or like anything? Because I make art not just for me, but for others, and I want people to appreciate it. I want them to love it. I want them to feel something when they see my art.
So as you're looking for these little telltale signs, it's a little weird. You're looking at him and you're watching, and he doesn't blink. And as you're looking at him, you'll notice that subtle motion of your chest and stomach expanding and contracting as happens when one breathes. It's not happening either.
So he basically is like a moving statue. So weird.
It's a little weird, yeah. He does not seem displeased. You'll see him give little nods here and there. And then he'll turn back to you and ask, and the bedroom?
I did the bedroom in a totally different style. I'd love for you to check it out. This is actually, this is my favorite style. I don't, has Ricky even told you very much about me? Like, we didn't really get to know each other yet.
Well, I was looking forward to getting to know you better tonight.
Lovely.
Last night was very busy and very spur of the moment.
Lovely. So I'm an artist, clearly, as you can see, and my preferred style is the more gritty street, like graffiti style. So, and that's how I did my room because I just want to be surrounded. Please come in and check it out.
And he will do so. And he will come in and he will look at it and he will give it less of an artistic looking eye, but you can tell that he is intently looking at it, specifically in places like near where one of the window panes might be, to check to see if the paint goes all the way up to the non-glass part, and is just inspecting it very closely.
Would you like a glass of wine? I think I'm positive that I have a decent bottle, and you seem like, like you almost look like a wine critic or like a art critic. I'm sorry. Like I get flustered when people are checking out my stuff. Would you like a drink? Can I get you a drink?
You may get yourself a glass of wine if you choose, but please shut off the light and close the door for a moment if you would.
So I do shut the light off, but I go to close the door and shut him in the bedroom.
Do you do anything besides going and getting your little glass of wine?
I don't even want a glass of wine. I'm just tripping all over myself because I don't know. He makes me nervous. So I just look at Ricky and mouth, what the fuck? And do that up and down with my hand on my chest to kind of mimic breathing. And then put that same hand up in the shrug gesture and what the fuck again.
Because you're standing in front of the door, he'll look from you and he'll look past through the door. And it's he said he was going to explain a lot of things to you tonight. He already told me a lot, but yeah. I don't know what you're thinking, but probably yeah.
Do you need a drink? I don't know if I need a drink or not.
At the very least, a drink.
Me and Ricky, we have our own special bottles in the freezer at all times in the house.
Is your freezer liquor, an ice machine, and shot glasses?
Yeah, basically. There might be one of those random frozen breakfast burritos or something down in the back too somewhere. Who the fuck knows? But yes. I have this big bottle of Belvedere vodka. It's the big liter one that's mine, but it's not even halfway full anymore because sometimes we'd be hitting that shit hard. And I just pour us 2 shots of vodka and pull out glasses and a mixer to make us actual drinks.
You open your refrigerator and it's a bottle of ketchup, a bottle of mustard, stuff to mix in drinks.
And leftover takeout containers.
Yeah, he will hit this shot with you. You turn around to go into the fridge to get mixing stuff, and the next thing you hear is the shot glass hitting the table.
So I just turn back around. Don't you want to wait for me? My name is not Skip. Pour it again and wait this time.
And he does. He pours and he's like, all right, fine. He looks a little nervous, but that might be expected given the situation.
So I pick up my shot glass as soon as I get back to the counter and down it. Now we're even, I say, as I do the shimmy from the liquor going down my throat, and set the glass down and pour myself another shot before picking it up to cheers with him.
He will clink glasses with you and down the shot, and he will also do the...
And then I'll make us some mixed drinks. Just, random dump. Well, it's a couple count. I don't know. Probably close.
It's the bottom third of the glass. That's fine. What could go wrong?
Has he changed or cleaned up since I saw him this afternoon?
He seems to be wearing the same things. He's a little more cleaned up just because when he came over, he still had a little bed head or whatever. But now his hair is down in its normal fashion. But it is showered more recently than what you would normally see him.
Definitely looking him up and down. And, okay, so you want to tell me about the new duds or what?
He'll do that thing where you stand up and you just brush them off even though they're not dirty. They were a gift from Mr. Kelly. He said I should look more presentable, and I thought that he was probably correct if we're going to be trying to do more and better business.
What exactly are you doing for him? What does he want from me? You first, though.
For now, it's just he's looking to supply me with product and just generate business.
Well, it's kind of hard for you to fucking generate business from that skeezy little rundown fucking crack house that I had to go kick the door in to find you. Bad business.
Yeah, but that was a temporary housing arrangement. He's got plans. He's got better ideas. He's gonna moving up.
You have a house. What do you need temporary housing for?
No, his temporary housing.
Where the fuck did this guy come from?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't feel the need to ask.
Has he given you any more shit? Because, like, I'm about out and, you know, I got people calling, like, you haven't been around for any of us.
He told me he's got some stuff coming in tomorrow night that we're going to have to pick up, and then we'll bring it back and we'll break it down from the big stuff into baggies or whatever, and then, we'll start to make some real money.
But you don't have anything now, like, you're not holding it all.
I have a little bit, but personal stuff for me. But if you need, I got.
Yeah, clearly, if I have to wait all the way until tomorrow, like, I'm gonna be so sick.
No, I'm sure it'll be fine.
All right, well, are you going out with me later anyway? Because I want to do some of this painting, like, Carol fucking Jackson, man.
Oh, yeah, I don't think I would say that name to him.
Why?
Bad blood, I think.
At the mention of blood, I just, like, have another shiver. It looks like the shot shiver. What the fuck is up, man?
I don't know, but I kind of like it. And you can see him looking not at you, but for the past couple of seconds, he's been looking directly at your bedroom door.
So I just turn and look at the door. Is it still shut?
It's still shut, but it's not like he's looking at the door, but he's looking into the bedroom where Mr. Kelly was.
Are you falling in love with a dude?
He's gonna look at you for a minute like, what? No, that's not, no, don't, I'm not, no. And you can see that he just keeps looking back towards the door. And the door will open, and Mr. Kelly will come out and close it behind him. You can see that the light is not turned back on. And he comes and he walks over to what I imagine is like a little island countertop that you have in your kitchen that you guys are standing on the other side of. Put his hands upon it. Look to Ricky. This is good. You can go get the suitcase. And Ricky will nod and he will quickly exit the room, leaving you alone with Mr. Kelly.
So I just look at Mr. Kelly. Suitcase?
Yes, a suitcase. But first, and he'll reach to his one wrist and start rolling up the sleeve. You did a very good job. I cannot see any light from the city coming through your windows in your bedroom.
Yeah, thanks. What do you think about the style? The differences between like in there and out here? Like I try and I want people to feel things. What did you feel when you saw my art?
He will finish rolling up his sleeve so that you can see the veins in his arm. I think it shows promise and potential. And I believe I owe you a reward for such a job well done.
Yeah, I was hoping that I could cop off you because I have it's like been dry around the city.
He'll motion to one of your chairs. That can be something that is easily arranged. I have a connection dropping off some product tomorrow evening. Come, and he motions for you to sit down.
Just go and sit down.
In reference to a more immediate reward, he will reach his wrist up to his mouth and he will bite it. You'll see that blood will start to ooze from his veins in his wrist. He will look to you.
Just like confusion and kind of disgust again on my face, especially like thinking about yesterday and then the the blood that was on my mouth this morning and just confusion.
It's a gift. It is your reward for a job well done, and he will lift it like halfway towards you.
I don't understand any of this. Why?
Because you've done so well.
Yeah, but I'll just, I mean, like, who the fuck drinks blood? Like, what are you?
What I am is losing my patience. However, I will be happy to answer your questions after you drink.
I just kind of like tentatively like grab his arm, and it made me feel so good last night. It's fucking weird, man. And just bring my mouth closer to him, and that look of like hesitation in my eyes at him as I'm very close.
He'll just give you a nod. He'll have a smile on his face. And you will see that his incisors look a little elongated, and the skin that you are touching, it's not warm, not like people's skin.
What the fuck, man? I just used my other hand to put a little bit on my finger and put it to my mouth.
It is delicious.
Fuck. I've done some fucking weirder shit though before, so I just put my mouth on it.
And as you do, the taste washes across your tongue and down your throat, and it is ecstasy. It is delicious. It is better than any food that you have eaten, any high that you have had, and all of the mixes of all of the positive sensations is thick and kind of syrupy. And after a moment, you will feel his hand on the back of your head pull a little bit on your hair as he pulls your head away.
Kind of want to fight against that and, keep it so good. It makes me feel so good. I don't want it to stop.
He gives you a moment as he's pulling as you're drinking, and he releases it for a moment, just a bit, as you go back to it, and then it's hard to say how much longer it was, but he more forcefully this time pulls your head away, and there's blood on your chin, maybe some on your shirt.
Well, I have all black on, so like you probably can't really see a whole lot anyway, but I just like use my hand and just wipe the blood off of my face and just lick it off my hands.
And he'll take a moment there and he'll just pat your hands. Good, good. He'll go and he'll lick his wrist. And he'll just sit and hold you there for a second. You will hear movement elsewhere in your apartment as Ricky is around. The light is on in your bedroom and the door is open.
I'm just content to sit and be held in my high and just let my brain stop for a minute.
A few moments will go by before Ricky comes over and he sits down in another chair and he just sits and he looks at you and you can see that there is a look of jealousy upon his face.
And still don't say anything. 'Cause I'm like, I love this guy. I like really think that I'm like, he's way handsomer, I think, maybe, than that delivery driver guy. I'll just sit and do a snuggle and close my eyes.